Jessica Rabbit is approaching you while you walk on a tightrope in the park and saying, fuck me, Cam. Fuck the shit out of my boobs.
Yeah. Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Poter.
And I'm KarenLee Poter.
That's my mother.
And that's my son.
We chat about sex on a weekly basis and all the things you typically don't talk about with a parent.
We like to make the most uncomfortable conversations comfortable.
So strap in,
strap on,
and enjoy the ride. Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Poter.
And I'm KarenLee Poter, his mother.
That's my mother. We are about to have a wild conversation about role-play fantasies.
That was my idea.
It wasn't actually.
Again.
It wasn't your idea.
Well, we got the idea from Chat Sparks.
Chat Sparks, a game that we're sponsored by. If you like sexy questions, if you like sexting, you got to check out amorous.net/mom. They got an app to help you spark that conversation between you and your loved one. Maybe not a loved one, maybe just a sexy one.
I've been playing with this app.
Yeah.
With my boyfriend.
Well, we'll talk about that in the ad break.
All
But
right.
I want to give a special thank you to Amorous for making these Chat Sparks questions. And one of the questions was, what's your favorite role play fantasy? So that's the Sneaky Freak question of the week if you are just tuning in. The Sneaky Freak question of the week is our weekly question to help inspire conversation, to help lubricate this wonderful weekly sex talk. And if you want to participate in the Sneaky Freak question of the week, you can just text us at 310-356-3920. You had some brain farts earlier. You couldn't remember your part.
Excuse me. I remembered something recently that I remembered Benji, the dog's name.
Benji the dog. She's talking about yoga with Adrian. She was trying to challenge me to see if I remembered her
didn't, and
name.
I did. So yay.
When was the last time you did yoga with Adrian?
Oh, I do yoga ever so often with her.
See, I haven't done it in years.
I do it monthly at least.
Okay.
At least once a month.
All right, so the question of the week is, what's your favorite role play fantasy? You want to start us off, Mother?
I actually had a few different ones that I think the idea, this is the idea of role playing. If you're with a partner, especially someone with long-term, years of years is having the same partner, and the human body craves variety.
Yeah, you get sick of them, basically.
It's called the Coolidge effect.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you role play, then you can be, I did some research into this, by the way, so I'm not just shooting shit. If you role play, you can be different people.
Exactly.
So it alleviates the boredom of being with the same person.
What kind of research are you doing?
I beg your pardon. What do you
I'm
mean?
just curious. What kind of research?
I researched online.
You researched role play fantasies?
Yes, I did.
Science around role play fantasies, or you're fucking on Pornhub looking at your
first of all, I don't
Czechoslovakian glory holes.
I do like the glory holes.
That is your role play fantasy. Have you ever role played as a Czechoslovakian?
Yes.
Glory hole recipient?
Yes, we did.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So I like to switch it up ever so often, but initially when we first started this little game, it was the Dirty D in the Porn Star Theater.
This is your role play?
Yeah.
So Dee's is playing, is that Dirty D? Is that the guy's name?
Dirty D, yeah. If you guys on
D's
Instagram
instead?
or whatever have seen that.
Out of control.
The guy is unbelievable. He's such a scumbag, but you gotta think he's sexy, even though he's not even
scumbag.
He's not even attractive. And
He's
neither
an
are
unattractive, sexy scumbag.
And these guys are waiting around to get the attention of Dirty D so that they can have the one porn star slut.
Oh my fucking God.
And I mean, it's nasty. It's just these guys are not attractive. They're like sitting there standing in line with their dicks, rubbing their dicks to make sure that they're choking it out, and they're just waiting their turn.
Jesus Christ.
It's
so Dee's kind of plays that?
He doesn't play that. Yeah, sometimes he plays like Dirty D's minion.
Not even Dirty D. The fucking little peon.
Yeah, he has to do whatever Dirty D tells him to.
Oh, no. For those just tuning in, Dee's is my mom's boyfriend.
It's my boyfriend, and he is he's always willing to role play. I like that about him.
Yeah.
There is one good thing about having someone who has ADD. They're very spontaneous.
They're down to do whatever.
So do you have a go-to porn star fantasy? I mean, not porn star, but role play.
My go-to role play fantasy, I haven't been role playing a lot recently.
Why?
Well, I'm just trying, because I have the opposite situation. I don't need to pretend it's anyone else. It just needs to be any human with me.
It's got to be a human.
It's got to be a human, and
Yeah.
we're
Preferably
playing
not a sheep like a Mr. Bean.
We'll get into Mr. Bean's response to that one, but I don't need to play anyone else because we're just delighted that there's a human here with me, and we're playing ourselves.
Yeah, okay.
However, I was thinking, that's a boring response.
It is such a boring response.
So then I was starting to think, okay,
it's not vanilla. It's just boring.
It's a boring one, right? And so
you don't do any role playing.
That's not true. In longer relationships, I will do that.
I'm going to take a guess.
Oh God!
Can I just take a guess?
Yeah.
After doing this podcast with you for 7 years, I'm going to say it's yoga teacher.
I've stopped going to yoga classes, so that role play fantasy is no longer there. I don't care anymore.
Now it could be boxing student.
Now I'm not boxing my fucking boxing teacher. No, I was thinking
clowning.
No, but I was thinking, what's the weirdest thing I can get away with that
Miming.
will still be bingo?
What?
A whole mime. We both play mimes.
What is that? Just not talking?
But you're also dressed up with the whole fucking garb and shit like that.
Wait, you have in your role playing, you're dressing up?
And then I guess
as
what's
clowns?
unusual is that
come on, you guys, did you hear this?
We have each other. The body is actually something that you're not imagining, right? The mime is just imagining all the objects around them. So it doesn't really make sense. So you're going
just like making your hands against the wall like this, and
yeah, maybe making
like a dildo. You already were a mime on Silicon Valley.
A dick sucking mime.
You were a dick sucking mime already.
Yeah, but you would never want the person you're with to be miming sucking a dick. You want them to be sucking the dick. So okay, so I'm taking away the mime fantasy now because I'm no longer into it.
Why don't you just go back to the yoga fantasy? It seemed like a lot more logical.
Here's what I'm thinking: zookeeper. Animal. And I start thinking, what animal would you want?
What animal are you going to be?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
The lion. It's like a lion and a lion tamer
I
almost.
was going with
all of mine are circus.
You're going to want to be like a lemur, so you can hang upside down with a tail.
What?
A ringtail lemur.
Why would I want to be fucking with the tail in the air?
You could be a bonobo.
I'm
bonobos fuck everything.
I might be the zookeeper.
Oh, you're the zookeeper.
Yeah.
There's
a mangy. I was bat.
You were a bat? Wait, is this true? Is any of this true?
No, I'm just trying to think of when I do have a partner. How crazy can we actually get, and yet still maintain some level of sexiness?
Okay, zookeeper.
Yeah. Well, all right. I guess you're not into that.
I would not have guessed it, but why not?
Why not? People get freaky in the cat room.
But it's got an odor.
In the cat room?
The whole place. All zoos have odors.
If you were to have sex like in a zoo, which room would you fucking? Reptiles?
No, not reptiles. I was thinking the dolphin area.
The dolphin area? Why?
Or the polar bear area? I think of dolphins as very sensual.
You would would you be in the water with the dolphins fucking?
That would be kind of cool. That's a good fantasy. I'll buy that one.
You're in the dolphin tank?
In the dolphin tank. I'm going deep down. That means I can breathe underwater through the blowhole and everything.
Yeah. I would go into the monkey house.
I told you. I could see you in the monkey studio.
No, you said lemur.
Lemur is a monkey.
Is a lemur a monkey?
Yes, a ringtail lemur.
I don't know if Joelle, are you looking up?
Are you looking up?
I think a lemur is its own thing. I don't think it's a primate.
It is a primate.
No fucking way. Joelle?
It's a cute primate, though. Our videographer / producer. Thank you.
It is a type of
lemur
monkey.
Is
Holy
a type.
shit.
Boom.
I had no.
Booyah.
Booyah. All right. Okay.
Lemur is a type of monkey.
Okay.
And I had suggested that you do that before.
Here's why I think the primate room might be the most fuckable. You ever walk in there? It's like people, the monkeys are screaming, they're screeching. They're already fucking. There's a lot of shit going on.
You know about the bonobos.
Oh, I know about the bonobos.
What do you know about the bonobos?
They're fucking all the time.
They fuck. You know what's really cool? This is a deep tangent. But if there's two guy bonobos are having a fight,
yeah,
the woman would come and just have sex with either one of them just to get them to stop fighting.
To stop the fighting.
Yeah.
So it's a peacemaking thing. Okay.
It's a peacemaking thing.
Anyway, let's turn to the sneaky freaks and see what they have to say.
Well, is there anybody on Instagram that has a fantasy they want to share with us first?
We're on Instagram Live right now for those tuning in. And if you guys have a favorite role play fantasy? Type it into the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Adam says, my partner and I role play as strangers meeting when we're out in public.
Now that, during my research, that was one of the ones
The fuck research, Mom?
I researched, and one of them was strangers in public. Yes.
People are role playing as strangers?
Yes.
Could you imagine being in a bar and then two people that seem to know each other come in pretending they don't know each other?
Yes, I could, because I've done that.
You've done this?
Yes.
And how was it?
Deez and he got very competitive and said he thinks he can pick someone else up before.
Wait, why are you picking other people up?
I don't know. It ended up it went astray.
It went astray where the two strangers started going after different people?
Yeah, we got competitive.
No way.
We ended up going back with each other.
Okay, but in the meantime,
There was a scene also, I believe, on Modern Family.
where they play strangers and they try to fuck at a bar.
Yeah.
What do you think is so sexy about that? It's like you're picking each other up for the first time again?
Yeah, it's bringing back that old newness that I was just referring to in my research.
Yeah. Moving on to Raylene, who says cop and prisoner is the best one. LOL.
That's another one.
Cop and prisoner. This reminds me of the kids on the playground playing cops and robbers.
Well, if you think about when you're talking about sex, you're talking about playful, right? You're talking about doing things for play.
That's right.
So that makes sense.
But the prisoner is different. There's a power dynamic there. Cop and prisoner. It should be like
Did Raylene say who she wanted to play?
You know, she didn't say.
Maybe
that is interesting.
Maybe they take turns.
They might take turns. Who knows? Raylene, let us know. Are you the cop or the prisoner?
Yeah.
Denise says favorite roleplay fantasy is teacher and student. I would
Another
like
one.
to play both roles at different times.
Another one.
Another one of what?
Very popular fantasy.
Yeah. I could see that being a fun one.
Especially if you're like a schoolgirl and you're wearing the little skirt and someone's going to hit you with a ruler on your butt.
Would you play both roles or at different times, or are you just strictly the schoolgirl getting hit with the ruler?
I think we'd switch it up.
You'd be the teacher at some points?
Yeah.
Wow, you freak.
Sometimes I get mad if I get accidentally hurt by this pretend spanking, then I go and I punch.
You fight back? The fuck? What is that
it's
story?
It's like an instantaneous thing, without thinking. You're like, someone hits you in the butt, and you're like, I'm going to punch you back.
You did that?
Once or twice.
Oh God! All right, Denise, I like the creativity there. Tony says my biggest fantasy would be in a buy, fuck, suck, cocks, lick, pussy, and eat cream pie gangbang.
Tony, read it again.
My biggest fantasy would be in a buy, fuck, suck, cocks, lick, pussy, and eat cream pie gangbang.
Oh my God!
Wow. That's pretty much the whole menu.
It's a very vivid fantasy.
A buy, fuck, suck, cocks, lick, pussy, and eat cream pie gangbang. That literally is everything. There's nothing left off the table there. There's a lot of eat. There's a lot of mouth.
Yeah, he's very orally fixated.
There's a lot of oral fixation there. Yeah.
Speaking of that, I thought I'm going to digress again and tell you that I'm in the elevator with one of my friends in my building.
Yeah.
Dressed up like in a tux. He looked like really sharp.
Uh-huh.
So he was with 4 girls, by the way.
All right.
So they leave. And the next day I see this guy. He looked all disheveled. He was not wearing his tux anymore. And I go, so where were you going yesterday? All duded,
Duded up?
Duded up. You looked really good. And he goes, oh, I went to a party. I'm like, oh, well, party, huh? He goes, yeah. It was like someone spent like $100,000 in a penthouse downtown. I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. What was this event for? And he goes, oh, it was a sex party. I go, oh, just a sex party? He goes, well, you asked.
You're amazed by that?
Yes.
Why?
Camp, that doesn't. It happens to you all the time because you go to all these sex parties. But if you
I don't go to all these sex parties, but I know a lot of people that go to
it's
these sex
not
parties.
that average, normal that
I
someone
think
would
it's
just.
becoming more and more normal these days.
Well, yes, maybe in my crazy building, but
It's also
not in my group of friends.
in pleasure podcasts. It's very normal. The people that are in our network, the podcast network, the people that work for pleasure podcasts.
But that's because they're pleasure podcasts, Cam. They're not
the people in the clown community also going to sex parties.
Okay, the clown community is. If I went to a clown sex party, I would be tainted for life. No pun intended.
Okay, We have Mr. Bean who chimed in here about his favorite role play fantasy.
Now we know that Mr. Bean lives in Maine, likes to have sex with sheep, and sticks pop rocks up his anus.
Thank you for the backstory. He says, when I'm playing the role of the farmer and all my animals run like hell from me.
Oh, here we go with the sheep.
He's role-playing with his sheep. Well, he's role-playing as the farmer as opposed to just some dude with sheep?
He could be role-playing as a sheep. Who knows what the hell he's role-playing?
That is fucking hilarious. Thank you, Mr. Bean.
And why doesn't that surprise me?
Because he fucks his sheep.
That's right.
Joseph, who says, our go-to role-play is drunk slut or consensual non-consent.
Oh, consensual
Very
non-consent.
interesting. Yeah. Drunk slut. Wow.
Well, which is very not PC to do. Take advantage of a drunk slut. But as long as it's role-playing, it's not hurting anybody.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if that would get me going, but I'm glad you found that this works for you.
Do you know what the number one fantasy for women?
Yeah, we've talked about this on the show.
It's actually like a gangbang rape type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Gangbang?
Well, I don't know what gangbang, but it's definitely the rape fantasy is up there.
Yep. That is
But
true.
that's why it's a fantasy, not reality.
Hammy says, slave, her tied up and helpless in a bedroom. I enter, then set a timer for 10 minutes to do as I wish. After the 10 minutes are up, I stop and leave. She does not know when I'll come back to repeat this. It's her duty to try to come before the 10-minute timer goes off each time.
Wow. Is she got handcuffs on?
Hammy, does she got handcuffs on? A slave usually has,
So
cuffs
that's
of
kind of
some
like
sort.
what I was saying. And I told you the story before on this podcast about one of my friends who went to a hotel with her husband, and he handcuffed her to the bed, and he leaves.
That's wild. That would be a nightmare for me. Literal nightmare.
Dees would never let me handcuff him for that reason.
He doesn't trust that you would leave him there?
No, I don't think just anybody. He's too concerned.
Yeah, I get that. I would let someone handcuff me though.
You would?
Yeah. That brings up a good point.
Oh, good.
No, it does. It brings up a very good point about trust and when to start trusting people.
When you can handcuff them and not fear that they're going to leave you?
Or when can you start sexting with someone without the concern that they're going to, I don't know what the concern is. Maybe that they'll
well, like I told you
take
last
photos
week.
and start sharing it with everyone.
On Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook. What if it's just conversation, though? Who cares if it's a sexy conversation?
I don't care.
But it's pictures that you think are bad to share.
Well, if someone is not wanting their private parts exposed to the world on Facebook, yes.
Yeah, there can be something very violating even about a conversation being shared if you don't want it to be shared.
Yeah.
So then, but what if you're real fucking horny and you've met a couple people online that want to do that?
I don't know, Cam. You're going down a rabbit hole right now.
Oh, sorry. I'll get back to the conversation at hand. But it is an interesting question. I'd like you to give me an answer about that, please.
I do like throwing people off. Like I went to the pool the other day and I saw some people. I was stone cold sober, so it's nothing that alcohol or weed would have done to me to make me ask this question. But I had been talking about what's people's love language. I just walked up to random people that I didn't even know and asked them what their love language was.
How does that relate to what we're talking about?
Just catching people off guard.
No.
Yeah.
What? How does this?
Yes.
All right. Let's
it relates.
get back on track, mother.
Okay.
Let's
Rein me in.
Rein it in.
Rein me in. You know that was a good segue.
That was a horrible, horrible segue. We almost lost the podcast on that one. Nay says, I had a younger lover who had a smoking stepmom fantasy, and it was very erotic. So many young guys have that fantasy, and I'm very into it. This is an older
true.
woman.
I could tell you that it is 100% true.
The stepmom?
It is the number one search genre on porn these days, even more so than Cougar MILF, which used to be the lead.
Yeah.
And a lot of fantasize about how would you feel if someone you were dating fantasized about me?
No, see, I think it would be like, say dad were still alive and you guys were divorced and he got married to someone else. That's the stepmom.
Oh.
So that's why it's a little, it's hard for me even to get there because we're so many steps away from that.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Way to clarify it for me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Lisa says, we haven't done a whole lot of role playing. He can't seem to stay in character and we just end up laughing a lot.
What's wrong with that, Lisa?
I guess the one we successfully tried was the picking up a stranger in the bar.
See?
Same one.
It is a very popular.
It's a pretty good intro one, an intro fantasy.
Or even if you try carrying it out.
Exactly. It's a role play. And then we got a few at the end here that we're talking about younger sister's boobs. We got another one who's stepmom, stepson. And the last one is forced cuckold / bi. Wife and I have done some hot wife kind of play with others, and I do enjoy some bi play from time to time. My fantasy right now would just be to take it up another level or two.
Who is this? Anonymous?
Eric.
I love that you shared that with us. We have some sneaky freaks out there.
That is a sneaky freak.
If you guys are just joining us for the first time, we call our listeners, our viewers, our favorite little peeps, the sneaky freaks.
The sneaky ones. We love you guys.
And we have merch, by the way. I don't know if anybody ever knew that. If you go to our website under the merch tab, you can buy our merch because we have really fun sneaky freak t-shirts and mugs and hats and all kinds of goodies.
It's true. Thank you to all of you who chimed in here to respond to this wonderful question about your favorite role play fantasies. We hope that you get to experience all these role plays again and again.
That's right. And if you want to join us next time on our question of the week, all you have to do is text us at
310-356-3920.
Yay!
All right. Sneaky freaks, are you trying to sext better?
Yeah, no one teaches people how to sex.
I feel so awkward when I'm sexting, and I don't even know how to enter the situation usually.
But I found something really fun.
What's that, Mother?
Amorous.
Amorous is an incredible app that you guys can try out right now for free if you have an iPhone. We highly recommend it. It is one of our favorite new sponsors. Here's what it is. It is an app to help couples flirt, uncover shared desires, and explore sexy conversations. How does it do this, Mother?
I decided to play it with my boyfriend, Deez.
Yes.
We've been in a relationship for 15 years, and we kind of lost the art of sexting. But now we have it back because we played this game. It was
called Chat Sparks.
How did you know that I was going to say that? The prompt was, what's one sexy thing that you like at night but not in the morning? And I wrote sex. And he wrote kissing.
Oh, you're learning all sorts of shit by playing Amorous with Deez. Sneaky freaks, you can too. They have amazing games like this Chat Spark game that will inspire conversation. Amorous, Amorous, is free for Apple devices, with Android launching later this year. Download it in the App Store right now. Install the app and invite your flame to connect and play. Check it out at amorous.net/mom. That really helps us out by going to that link, amorous.net/mom. You can find that in our episode's description, which is super helpful, or you can find the app in the App Store. That's amorous.net/mom.
Sneaky freaks, let's take a moment to check in with ourselves.
Let's do it, Mother.
How would you rate your relationship with yourself lately? Like, you know what I'm talking about.
You're talking about down there. Are
Self-pleasure.
Are we pleasing ourselves?
Exactly. Whether you're feeling confident and want to explore your innermost desires further, or could use a little boost in self-love, Dipsy's sexy audio stories are here to help. And I got to tell you, they work.
Dipsy is an app full of hundreds of short, sexy audio stories designed by women for women. And honestly, I've listened to this shit. It is hot, hot, hot. You want me to play a sample?
Yes.
Oh, God.
This is in the front seat. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Slow down, I'm gonna come.
Okay, you get the gist. It puts you right in there.
You get the jizz. You get
the jizz. It puts you right in this immersive soundscape with realistic characters. This one was in the front seat of the car, which I think is quite sexy. Dipsy is incredible. They are radically inclusive. They have stories for straight and queer listeners. 56% of stories are voice acted by people of color. You've never heard celebrities like this before. We're talking Sarunas Jackson, ER Fightmaster, and Luke Cook.
You know what I like, Cam? Before you go to bed, they say turn off all your electronics and all that other stuff. But I like to listen to stuff.
And for listeners of the show, Dipsy is offering an extended 30-day free trial.
Free.
When you go to dipsystories.com/mom. That's 30 days of full access for free when you go to dipseastories.com/mom. dipsystories.com/mom.
Cam, what the hell's going on in your life these days? I'd like to know.
What's going on in my life is that I'm continuing on with clown class, which has really inspired me to get weird. I think it's a class of you're just trying to mortify yourself the whole time
And you pay for
survive,
this.
and I pay for it. But I started taking this to the streets, and
I've seen this. Oh my God, I forgot about this. I saw you.
Were you very proud of me?
So proud. I don't know what the hell you were doing. It looked like you were trying to mime that there was a windstorm.
Yeah. No. I was on a tightrope.
I thought you were reminding that you were like in the Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz or something.
I've become a freak, sneaky freaks. I'm fully miming in public without people like concern for people around, which I think is nice. It's like a free show. I'm not asking for money, you know?
I don't think anybody would pay you, no offense.
But one day they will. And
Is that your goal? One day to have like a hat on the ground with the big red nose and have people donating coins into your
you're
hat?
conflating mimes and clowns.
Well, please educate me. What do you mean? What the hell's the
mime
difference?
is, the white-faced mime with the striped
Even worse. Even worse. You're going to sit there with a mime
hat. I had a
hat.
striped shirt on, and that's kind of what inspired this whole. I said I went to get. I went to get dressed, and I said, I'm too scared to wear that fucking mime shirt in public. And then I said, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And then I started doing that. And I literally
Maybe you should listen to your inner voice more often.
No, I listened to the inner voice. I said, you no need to be scared of this shit. I started miming in public. And then lo and behold, Courtney from Private Parts Unknown, one of our pleasure podcasts, walks by and sees me. And she's like, what are you doing? Caught miming in the wild.
You were caught. How did you feel about this?
At that point, I think I was settling into the tightrope walker, and she was enjoying it. So I felt good about it.
Did you have a little hat there for coins?
No. Coins?
That's all I think. Someone's going to give you quarters.
No dollars, just coins.
This came
no
from your grandma used to be like, when she was like 5 years old, she would sing for dimes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be miming for hundos, for Benjamins.
Oh, yeah. People are going to give you $100 for miming that you're on a tightrope.
One day, mother. Mark my words.
You and Charlie Chaplin.
So then I started realizing, I was having such a lovely day. I slept in. I was miming in public. And I started walking around. And I realized, there's so many cute girls out. The sun is out. I have been experiencing a lot of flaking on the apps. I'll set up these dates, and then I have a 30% show up rate, which is not great.
Why is that?
Because people are fucking flaky when they know they have options. But I realized if you're out there walking around the fucking lake or wherever the fuck you are in public, the girl's already there. You don't need to you don't need to plan for a date. They're just right fucking there. So
but maybe if you're walking around like you're on a tightrope, that's not really a good incentive.
You wouldn't come up to a guy if you were on a tightrope?
I probably would think he's a sort of person who needs some income and thinks if I put a quarter down there.
So you're concerned about the income level, not my sanity.
No, I am concerned about your sanity as well.
Okay.
I'm just saying I can't think that might be a place for, unless you found a fellow whack job of a girl.
Someone wrote, I feel like you've had this realization a million times, Cam. What realization in particular, Niam?
That you have to be a mime in public to get attention.
I don't often mime in public.
You mimed on Silicon Valley. We've already determined that's public.
Okay, that was the one time. Anyway, this is a new level of meeting people in person. And I have to say...
Did you meet anybody besides Courtney?
I did. Yeah, I have. And I made it my goal to keep going out, even if it's just... And not necessarily just to find someone to fuck or someone, but just to enter a state of play with strangers. That's my goal. 30 days. I'm doing that. How do you like that?
I love it.
So far, I'm 3 days in.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Amanda Palmer and Neil Gaiman met when Amanda was busking as a living statue. It's possible you meet the right person that way. Thank you, fucking blue-haired girl, for the goddamn support, always. And then Niam says, it sounds like a good plan for you. This is the type of support I need, Mother. Not your type of bullshit support.
I say you get dressed up very nice.
Very nice, like with a mime shirt. I was thinking about going home and buying a ton more mime shirts. Every day, mime shirt.
No.
You think that, how Steve Jobs had like the one black turtleneck that he would wear? What do you think about me, one mime shirt every day?
I just don't know what type of person that's going to be attracted to that.
Maybe a fucking mime, someone who's going to role play being a mime with me.
Why don't you go looking for people that are already doing mime and then just do your mime next to them?
There's not a lot of people doing mime.
Why? Why do you think that is?
I was thinking the same thing. You know, at one point, maybe in the 80s and 90s, you couldn't go to a park without seeing a mime. Now, there's no mimes there.
Maybe there's a good reason for this.
Why?
'Cause-
Joel, what the fuck are you laughing about over there? You don't like mimes either? No, he doesn't like mimes? You know what? I think that I'm bringing it back, and I think it's an opportunity.
I'm bringing sexy back.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Yeah, it's in the form of a mime. Yeah, I'm going to pretend I'm a tightroper. Yeah. My mother thinks I'm crazy because she thought I was in the Wizard of Oz, and there was a big windstorm.
Yesterday, I was trying to move a box across this whole area in the park.
Did anybody offer to help you?
You know, people don't know how to respond. They just
They don't,
they
because it's
divert their
weird.
eyes.
They divert their eyes.
Yeah, and I don't know if I should be engaging with them either because I'm trying to mime that I'm trying to move a box. I don't have time to
Maybe
be
you
mingling.
should. Maybe if you wanted to get help, though, you would engage.
Oh, you think I should try to get their help
Yes.
moving the box?
Yes.
Oh, so now you're getting on board with the mime.
Not for picking up women, but for you to have fun in your own little weird world.
Okay. May says I support Cam's movement. Thank you, May.
Yeah.
I love you, May.
These are our friends already. They already know you. These are not strangers on the street.
Yeah, but they would support me if I was moving
These
a
are
box.
sneaky freaks. What do you expect? They're gonna.
All right, that's fair. All right, what's going on in your life
that's
that's so exciting?
Oh, I had so much excitement. I don't know where to begin. Well, for one thing, I was with your sister, and she had surgery on her foot.
Okay.
So we went to one of these because she's a writer, we get to go to these little special events put on by different producing studios. And let me just say that we waited in line for a full half hour, and you're confirmed to be on a wait list. Kind of everybody is, but we got there late. You're not going to believe this. The cutoff was exactly on me and her.
Oh God! You know what? I'm reading the Secret right now.
Yeah. We didn't
What do you mean-
manifest.
What do you mean? Yeah.
You told me that you're reading it.
The Secret. I don't know how I feel about the whole goddamn thing. It's some woo-woo out there shit. However,
wait a second. Hold on.
What?
That's woo out there shit, and you're on the tightrope and you're picking up women in a park.
Yeah. My life has gotten weird these days. I'm reading The Secret. I'm imagining making millions. I'm imagining boxes that don't exist there. And they say you call in all those good things when you attract some attention, and you also call in the bad shit.
Yeah, I wasn't happy. There was
you
100 people.
You're fucking magnetizing that type of negative shit right
They
there.
cut us off, literally.
Yeah.
We were the line. We were the line.
Did you get inside?
No, we were cut off. That's why
no.
she stood there with her surgical foot.
No.
They wouldn't give her a seat even until the end. It was terrible.
Oh, Neum says The Secret is a little too cultish, to be honest. There's so many other good manifestation resources too. Neum, fucking slide into my DMs with those manifestation resources. I'm all about them right now.
All right. Anyway,
I'm trying to manifest like I'm bringing it. I just usurped. Sorry, but I'm trying to manifest the things I want in my life. Fucking is one of those things.
You want to fuck a clown?
And they maybe a clown, maybe whoever. And I realize they tell you to imagine you're actually going through the process. You've already done it. You've gotten the person you're already fucking.
How would you do this?
And then I'm literally they're like picture it in your mind.
So what are you picturing? You're on the tightrope, and all of a sudden this gorgeous girl that looks like a model comes right up to you and said, "I've been looking for a guy."
I don't know about
mimes.
a model. Maybe
All right.
another mime happens to be there, and they're like, "Wow, maybe we have a connection," and then come back to my place and we'll mime and we end up fucking. Okay, so I'm imagining all this, and then I realize I'm just doing exactly. I'm fantasizing. I might as well be masturbating right now. This is the same shit.
So then you decided to masturbate?
Then I start thinking, if this is the case, that you're just imagining, you're going through these and setting the intentions to find these things, wouldn't we be fucking all the people, all like the porn stars that we're masturbating to?
I mean, it could happen. Anything can happen.
All right. That was all I had about that.
Well, you usurped my entire life, which was basically.
Well, you were telling me about how you didn't get into an event. That's your life?
That was it. We didn't get into the event, and we went back and watched Bad Sisters, which is a great show, by the way.
Okay.
So I did want to say one thing. We got a shout out.
We got a shout out?
Monique Marvez, a friend of mine who's a comedian, she had a show at the Ice House in Pasadena, California.
Very nice.
Sold out the place. It was real exciting. And she's talking about using a vibrator that got too old, and her friend had given it to her. And I turned to the girl next to me and I go, I gave her a new vibrator. And all of a sudden she goes, but my neighbor from across the hall gave me a new vibrator because she has a podcast called Sex Talk with My Mom. We got a shout out.
It pays to be generous with your vibes, Mom.
That's right. And
you're putting out good vibes, literally.
She was saying, and it was so good that she had to put it under her kitchen sink.
What?
It just was too enticing for her.
No way.
And she said it has Bluetooth. It's got air suction. I wanted to say that's an air pulse stimulator, but I didn't want to take over and take over the limelight of her stage.
Very kind of you not to educate the audience during her stand-up set.
But for all of you who need to know, we're going to get some real good vibrators for you. We're on the verge of getting the cutting edge.
What?
We're going to get the cutting edge vibrator.
Okay.
Well, we already know that my invention has been taken over. So obviously I have good ideas.
You have great ideas.
Two things I had. Glow-in-the-dark pacifiers.
Brilliant.
Because the kids can't find their pacifiers in the crib. And the second thing is an electric toothbrush that turns into a vibrator.
Maybe you might be manifesting this shit.
What's with the manifesting?
Doing the whole secret shit. You're putting it out there in your mind.
Again with the secret.
You're putting that shit out there, and then it's coming to you, and you don't even recognize it as the gift that it is.
The next invention I come up with is going to happen. I brought up your sex blanket the other night.
Yeah, don't bring it up too much. Other people are going to start doing that shit.
Okay, well, I just want you to know that I was with another couple, and we were having a party. And they were saying that don't sit on that chair because we fucked on that chair and broke it, and don't sit on that area of the couch because we fucked on that area.
No way.
You guys need a sex blanket.
And were they down?
Oh, they were down.
I should start selling these things.
Oh yeah.
All right. Is it time for Hit on or shit on? Hit on or shit on is the segment of the show where we take your comments wherever you leave them. If you're on Instagram Live, we would take them right now. And we determine if they are a hit on or a shit on.
Well, I don't know about this one.
What do you got this week, Mom?
So I did a little video on Instagram, TikTok, TikTok. And it was about all the reasons that you'd want to be with an older woman.
Of course.
And one of them was no games, very little game playing.
Right on.
So I had some jackass named, what was his name?
I'm going to think this is a shit on by your setup.
Beezix.
Sounds like a kind of a dick.
He says, keep telling yourself that. Got just as many hangups in games as the younger crowd.
Oh, fighting words.
He did it. So then I had to respond with,
is he part of the fighting? Is he part of the younger crowd?
I don't know, because then all it is Beezix. And I said something like, mind your own beeswax.
No fucking way.
And he says, it's okay to make a boo-hoo video to tell me to mind my own beeswax. I definitely don't need you telling me to keep to myself and not how the world works.
Oh my God.
And then he says, no, the only issue I have with you is, because I said that if he has nothing nice to say, don't say anything.
Oh my fucking God.
And he
Mom.
says, no, the only issue I have is you purport that older women are somehow incapable of having issues. You know it's BS, that. You must need more attention. I don't need attention. I'm trying to educate society.
This is a full-blown fight you're having with a troll.
Yes.
Why are you having a troll fight over there?
Named Beezix.
Beezix the troll.
So I told him to
Beezix does sound like a troll name.
That's why I said mind your own beeswax. Listen, I wrote to your show about 5 or 6 years ago.
Been a fan for a while. Thanks for being awesome. Thank you for being awesome. That's a fucking hit on right there.
EQing. So we decided that Beezix was a shit on.
Beezix is shit on, but it's been countered by EQing. Thank you.
Yes, we love that people have been listening and watching for years.
The blue hair girl says it sounds like he needs attention.
That's right, Megan. He needs attention.
Why is Beezix? What? How bored is he that he's responding to you and getting in a fight like this?
He had a chip on his shoulder, and I told him mind his own beeswax.
Oh, that's very nice. Is that the only?
That was the only hit on or shit on.
Oh,
no, I had mom's news.
Oh, you got mom's news as well.
News.
All right, friends, that was hit on or shit on, and we're moving on to mom's news.
Mom's news.
Mom's news. Mom's news is the segment of the show where my mother shares earth-shattering, groundbreaking, Need to know information. Mother, what do we got this week?
I couldn't believe this.
What do we got?
People might know about Tucker Carlson was just fired from Fox News.
Right.
Big news, right?
This is actually sounds like a piece of real news that you're going to share.
This is not okay. Well, it's about something that he hawked, which is called testicle tanning to boost testosterone. Experts say it may do the opposite.
Testicle tanning?
Far right talking heads like Tucker Carlson love bemoaning the state of masculinity as measured by their very narrow and stereotypical lenses, as though it is in some sort of a crisis. To that end, Carlson recently humored the internet and the world by offering up a wellness solution for this so-called crisis in his Tucker Carlson original documentary film entitled The End of Men. And Carlson's prescription to stop the death spiral of the American man was something called testicle tanning. Now, I saw this and I thought to myself, does Cam do any testicle tanning?
I have never tanned my testes.
I mean,
I don't know.
It would be frightening because it actually, the solutions are really simple. It says this
what does it do for you?
Red light therapy, testicle tanning has massive benefits.
Okay.
The man appears to plug his testicles into some sort of an infrared light.
No way.
It's more formally known as red light therapy for testosterone. It involves exposing one's scrotum to infrared light. This supposedly increases testosterone levels.
Wow.
I just thought about my son, and I thought, I wonder if he would like to get a little more testosterone.
A while ago, I took an Everlywell test to figure out my testosterone levels. It was coming back a little low. I can promise you now, after all the boxing and the working out, I could feel it raging.
I have been telling you this every time I talk to you. You're getting more and more confident, and I say it's from boxing.
It's horny.
Okay, horny. Confident.
I was close the other day. I was this nuts. I almost posted on Instagram in a story. I'm extremely horny right now. Please respond if you are as well.
Well, did they have dating sites for that, Cam?
What do you mean dating sites for that?
Yeah, it's hookup sites.
I'm not gonna. What hookup sites am I gonna just go on and just start fucking some stranger?
Any of the sites actually have like what your intention is, and some of them are just say, just why don't you put down hooking up?
Because sometimes I don't feel that way. It's usually just after boxing that I just get all revved up.
Maybe you should find female boxers and do it with them.
I did go to a boxing party the other day.
And?
I don't know if I should share this actually.
Why not?
There was a really hot girl there. Smoke show.
Smoke show.
She trains with my trainer.
And? Did you ask her out?
I went up and made some small talk with her. And
what was the small talk? Don't tell me you were miming or something. Or
no. We were asking about the boxing, all sorts of shit. We'll see where it goes. She could manhandle me. She could woman handle me if she wanted to, though. She's been doing it for 3 years. She could beat the shit out of me. She like moved a chair, and I was like, oh fuck, she could destroy me.
Well, okay. So how many guys to girls were in the boxing class?
There were a lot more men than women there.
How many of those horny ass guys were into this girl?
No one talked to her.
They're too intimidated
by her.
They're all like, oh man, she could beat the shit out of me.
And I, like a goddamn bozo, went up to her.
I'm proud of you. You did a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You went up to her?
Yeah, I did.
And what happened?
I've been doing that a lot, actually.
You're listening to mom's advice?
I tell my friend, I was like, you got to walk with me past this bar. I'm exhausted right now, but let's just see if there's someone there. We go in the bar. We walk out of the bar. There are 2 cute girls there sitting outside the bar. Reading the New York Times was on the fucking table. So I said, what's the New York Times? You come to the bar for the New York Times?
Yeah.
And they said, we're doing the crossword.
Do you do the crossword? I'm going with no because it's a waste of your time.
I like the crossword, actually. And I didn't get, we started a whole conversation.
How many times have you done the New York Times crossword puzzle?
The Sunday one? No, I've never completed it.
But even did it?
Mondays and Tuesdays I can kind of fuck with.
I did not know that you had this.
Oh yeah, during the pandemic I got into it.
And you're still into it.
Yeah. Well, no, not still into it. I couldn't really help with their crossword.
I say that because you don't participate in Wordle with me and your sister and your brother.
Yeah, I don't do that. Anyway, this is all to say.
Well, what happened when you walked up to the girls reading the New York Times?
You know, I had made an assumption that I wasn't going to get along with one of them.
Why would you assume that?
And then, of course, I got along with that one and not the other one. Look at that.
Was one more attractive than the other?
I thought one was more my type, but then it turned out, no, she was It was the opposite. The roles were. It was a complete reversal.
You never know, because
You
I've
don't
been in
know.
that situation before with my other friend that we used to go to the bars and stuff, and 3 guys walked up to our table. 2 of them went after me, 1 went after her. But it's with us, it was always like the guy with the big muscles and the, strapping Gaston body.
Yeah.
That's who'd go after her.
Yeah, but you just said in a previous episode that you wanted the Gaston type.
No, I did not want. I did like. I said yes that in a fantasy, not in reality.
Okay. All right. Anyway,
So what happened? Did you get the number?
didn't get the number. I started asking about where they lived, and they got a little like kind of weird. And I was like, I'm not going to ask any further questions.
Are they possibly into each other?
No, I don't think so. But they weren't into me. It seemed like so.
Were you by yourself?
Well, my friend was kind of lingering by with watermelon.
What?
It was a
What-
weird.
why is he lingering with
event.
watermelon?
He was. We had walked out of a grocery store, and we were passing this bar, and that's when I just saw these cute girls.
He walked out of a grocery store eating his watermelon.
He had cut up watermelon. Yeah,
He's just walking around eating watermelon.
he was holding it.
That's not normal, Cam.
Why?
Who walks around eating watermelon?
He wanted watermelon. He started eating some watermelon.
Like just out of the blue?
It was a nice treat at night.
Okay.
He was very supportive of me going up.
I mean, I can see someone eating an ice cream cone or whatever, but I've never seen anybody just walk around with a thing of watermelon.
The feeling of right before going up and making contact with a stranger is one of the most terrifying feelings
I wonder why.
because you're at risk of getting rejected.
But if you go up just to say hi and talk about like what the logo on their shirt is, like that's not intimidating.
Yeah, but they usually know if you're out on like a Saturday night and they're you're approaching them at a bar.
If it's in a bar setting, but
Yeah.
if it's like sitting outside at Starbucks or something.
Yeah, it's still straight. Yeah, sometimes it's not as clear an opener, and so it does feel weird.
Well,
Anyway.
now that you read The Secret, you're not going to worry about that.
No, instead I'm just going to sit there and just basically fantasize about all the sex I'm having in my mind, and then
Someone
expect
will-
it to come.
Yeah, someone will come up to you and
Just start fucking me.
that's right. It happens all the
It
time.
happens all the goddamn time. Is that Mom's News?
So I just thought,
By the way,
I would.
you just shared a lot of misinformation in Mom's News, and I want to.
Well, I'm just saying that I can't imagine that you would ever go to a
Testicle tan?
Yeah,
No, I have never testicle tanned. I think it's actually quite dangerous for your
it
testes.
is. That was the whole thing, and that maybe contributed to why he was fired.
Because of the testicle tanning?
I heard that
Wow.
he went off the deep end there.
That is nuts.
I would like to ask our producer Joel, have you ever testicle tanned?
We all don't need it.
You're already tanned down there? That was the best answer ever.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about your twin brother? He's tan as well. So I wonder if you have a certain complexion, if it works better.
No one should be testicle tanning.
No, I would think that that's a very dangerous thing. You don't want to lose whatever sperm you have in there. What if
It cannot be good to be putting that shit
Yeah,
in
you got more
infrared.
testosterone, but you're losing sperm.
Yeah, not good.
Your life force.
All right, thank you very much for Mom's News. Mom's News.
I like to keep current, Cam. I thought that was current.
I like to keep current as well, which is why I'd like to go into the best segment of the show. The segment of the show where your testicles feel like they've just been tanned.
Exactly. No
The
matter.
segment of the show that make you shine like a mime on a tightrope. It's Cam's Uppers.
Cam's
Uppers
Uppers
is
is
the
the
place
place
to
to be. Fun living is a life for me.
Cam's Uppers is a segment of the show where I share something near and dear to my heart, something that my mother typically finds
Scalding.
scalding or
Truthful.
The
secret.
secret. Yeah, it's Cam's Uppers. And I know the people on Instagram right
Someone
now,
says- yeah, I see
Sir
that.
Rat is getting all excited because it's Cam's Uppers in real time. You're seeing how the meat is being processed.
The meat is being
The
processed.
meat gets made. Something with meat. Anyway, here's what I got for you this week, Mother.
I'm ready and able.
It's a quote from Albert Einstein.
One of my favorite geniuses.
It might have been requoted from The Secret. I don't know if I
Wait,
trust this book.
So you are
It
now
might-
taking things out of The Secret and using them as your Cam's Uppers?
I
Are you
honestly don't
freaking
even
kidding
know
me?
if this quote is. I tried to look it up to see if this is a real quote from Albert Einstein because I don't trust anything in The Secret. But here's the quote. Ready?
Ready.
Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. How do you like that shit?
You think that's Albert Einstein?
Yeah. Who do you think it is?
Bozo the Clown? I don't know.
It could be more-
Imagination.
Figment.
Remember Figment in what is it? Not the Magic Kingdom. It's
Epcot.
Epcot Center. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also mentioned in The Secret this morning.
Epcot Center
I
was
just always
mentioned.
think I'm
No
getting
way.
brainwashed by this.
You are
fucking
getting
book.
brainwashed by a book that was from I literally read that a good 15 years ago.
I just found it for free on Spotify, so that's why I just started listening to it.
Of course, you found it for free.
Well,
That's
I manifested that shit.
So if you found books on testicle tanning, would you buy those for free too?
Yes, and I would just rip out my testicles and put them in an infrared sauna. Anyway, I kind of like this quote. As you know, as a mime, it's all about imagining things that aren't there.
Oh, I know.
So you would think a mime can manifest whatever the fuck he wants.
Okay, so what does that have to do with you?
Anyway, I think that we don't use our imaginations enough. And by the way, this fits into the whole role play fantasy thing. Because imagine when you
coming full circle, are
full
you?
circle, yeah. Imagination is one of our. I guess it's an underappreciated gift that humans have, and I think we should use it more. And I'm going to try to use it more. And I'm imagining right now.
Jessica Rabbit is approaching you while you walk on a tightrope in the park and saying, "Fuck me, Cam. Fuck the shit out of my boobs."
Yeah, I was getting into "fuck the shit out of my boobs" by Jessica Rabbit. The fuck was that imagination? Your imagination has got to be so
I got
dirty.
no problem with my imagination. Between me and Dee's, our imaginations are all over the goddamn place.
God. All right. Well, that brings us to Cam's uppers. I hope everyone imagines a little more this week.
Imagination.
Da, 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 da.
A dream.
We
a dream,
had one
a
last
dream
listener
come
text
true.
that, by the way.
Oh, what does it say?
Denise said, in response to Anonymous's message about crying after orgasms, I can say that I have experienced it not long ago. It was definitely due to hormones. Can you talk to your doctor about it? Do you think this is something that needs to be talked about with a doctor?
If you're uncomfortable about it, talk to your doctor.
I don't think it. I don't know anything about hormones or how it affects.
I would say, how do you make a hormone?
What?
Don't pay her.
Mom.
That was a dad joke.
It was horrible.
My dad, who he would have been 94.
Whoa.
2 days ago on the 22nd or whatever.
Mom, derailing right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that as...
I don't know. Do you think Anonymous needs to go see it? Anyway, Denise is offering this idea. Anonymous, you can take it or leave it. I don't know. But at least you know that that you're not alone in crying during sex.
Hormones,
I'm sure a lot of people have done that in the past.
All these hormones are being released, and you get very emotional. And it makes sense that you might cry or you might laugh or you might feel really cozy and good and loving, or you might hate the partner you're with and want to vomit.
Yeah.
But maybe that's why someone's crying. But you can talk to a
Christ.
doctor and see if you're on the right hormones.
Okay.
And we already know how to make them.
All right. I'm not going to that dad joke
You
again.
wanted to get playful. You got me playful. I'm
Liz
giddy
Lou,
right now.
Liz Lou chimed in, by the way, that says, haha, mom is always derailing.
Thank you, Liz Lou. I love to derail. It's my favorite goal in life.
All right. Well, I
And
want
then the mime has to do one of those
reel you
lassos.
in. I have to lasso you in with a fake lasso. Reel you in. I was starting to think, dude, should I do that on my walks? But what if a guy is walking past you and pretends there's a lasso and he lassos you and brings you in? Would you be down for that? Would you go closer to him?
If I was attracted to him, I would not be attracted to someone that is wearing a mime shirt.
You wouldn't be attracted to someone wearing a
That
mime
would
shirt?
not attract me.
Really?
No.
Huh.
Well, Joseph, if you had a female mime in a mime shirt, would you be attracted
Joel.
Joel, sorry. Would you be attracted?
I am attracted to female mimes in mime shirts.
I'm asking someone else's opinion. If
Okay,
you
Joel.
saw a girl wearing striped shirt doing mimes, would that attract you or detract you?
If her face is pretty enough, thank you very much.
Oh, that was the right answer.
Liz Lou chimed in saying, Cam, I had a weird dream about you where you were in a love triangle with me and my boyfriend.
Oh, Lizzie Lou.
I would say that that's a hit on.
Oh, he's so right now.
That is a hit on,
he
but
is.
she called it a weird dream.
that is a shit on.
It turned out to be a shit on.
But Lisa Lou, you know that he's loving this right now.
do.
He's
I'm
pretending.
eating
He's
that shit up.
pretending that he's like offended because you said weird, but he's really not.
I'm eating that shit up.
He is eating all
I'll
that
take
shit
a
up.
weird dream over no dream. All right. That's the end of our show. I want to thank everyone who has participated, who has kept our lights on by being Patreon members.
That's right. Patreon.com/sex talk with my mom. As little as $5 a month, you can join us in our Patreon parties.
It really helps us keep our lights on and makes this show possible and have the wonderful Joelle over here.
Right. You know, this stuff ain't cheap. And if you're enjoying the show, give us a little dollar. Just give us a $5.
And a thank you to everyone who's left us ratings and reviews. Wherever you're listening to this, it's super helpful. We love to see it. Spread the love by sharing with a friend.
And we are all over the socials. I mean, I'm talking TikTok. I'm talking Instagram. I'm talking YouTube. I'm talking Facebook. We're everywhere. So that you can find us and support us and for free.
And all those links are in our episode's description. You want to sing them out, Mother?
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and walking by a crazy mimey.
Crazy mimey.
All right. It works. Thank you for streaming live.
This was a fun one. Love you guys.
We love you and thank you for joining us live.
Bye.
Bye.
You were listening to a Pleasure Podcast. For more from our Sex Podcast Collective, visit pleasurepodcasts.com.